Welcome everyone to more Wargame Red Dragon Reddit tournament commentaries, and we are going to continue in round 1. We have CCD versus Steel Balalaika, and whoever wins this round will play against ANZ, the winners from round 1, where we had, I think it was ANZ versus, was it the Warmongers? I'm not quite sure, but it was the winner of the latest battle. I will show like a bracket showing you guys the winners and everything and the losers. And we will just go from there to keep it entertaining for you guys and organized for you guys. Anyway, we're going to look at some of the units. Let's go to Genpatton. Looks like he will be going towards the middle. I think he's playing a Red Dragon or a Chinese deck, one of those two. A lot of ZTZ or ZTZ tanks. Some BTRs with infantry and a HQ7, basically a Crotal. And nothing on the far right. Fadeaway is on the far right side, it seems. He might be going towards Hotel. And looks like he's also moving up to Juliet on the left side. And then we have Cognitive Dissonance, who's playing with a Russian deck. I should say a Soviet deck, with quite a lot of heavy stuff. I like this. Tungushka M, T-72 B1s, BTR 90s, SU 122s. I gotta use those more often as well. And yeah, pretty much all of that. And a T-72 BU. By the way, before we start off this this battle, I want to say a few words. If you guys want me to do more Wargame live commentaries like of my own, you guys gotta support other stuff. Like, I'm not gonna keep doing Wargame until I die. Okay, this channel might have started with Wargame, but it's not going to continue with Wargame until the ends of times. Yeah, just try to support my other work. Like, when you subscribe to a channel, in my opinion, you don't subscribe to the series that happens on that channel. You subscribe to the person. Okay, so I played more than 1,000 hours of Wargame. I did more than 100 videos, multiplayer videos. 100 videos, guys. 100. Okay, that is a lot of gaming. But yeah, if you want to support me, keep supporting me, just check out my other stuff. Like, I might do more Wargame in the future. I don't know. I get bored of this game really quick. Like, as soon as I do one or two multiplayer matches, I just get bored. And to be honest, when I join a game, just a random game, it's just toxic. Like, it's only RD. I get kicked, I get banned. I don't know. I just don't like it that much. Like, people have moved on to better games, or not better games, but different games. And the guys that are really salty kind of kept behind. Now, if you still play Wargame, I'm not calling you salty, but it is getting saltier. Okay. But yeah, you guys really make this channel and this community for what it is. But if you guys want to keep supporting me, check out my other stuff as well. I got a lot of Arma, Men of War, Call to Arms, soon Soldiers Arena. I'm actually talking to the community or marketing manager. So he will support us with his game, and we will support him by promoting the game. So yeah. If there is going to be a Wargame 4, I will definitely jump on that. You have my word. I hope it comes out. Like, something has to pay the bills, right? But, yeah, hopefully that happens. Anyway, we're going to go into neutral mode, speed up towards the start, and then have some fun. Enough about me talking about negative stuff. Alright. This could be a good one. So, the game begins. I am definitely going to look at golf most of the time. I think that's usually where all the battling happens. We got an opening smirch attack. That is also one reason why I don't like playing sometimes. It's just things like this. There you go. Doesn't that just ruin the game? Come on, Steel Balalaika. Now I kind of hope you lose because of that. I should be like neutral, but goddamn, I hate that. All right. Let's get moving. I think I did this like once or twice, like in 1,000 hours of Wargame, this opening smirch or cluster attack. If you can find a video where I did that, definitely let me know, because I don't remember. Alright. That slowed them down quite a bit. Hopefully they still make it towards the middle, but we're just going to look at it from the neutral point of view. Looks like Echo is going to be taken by Reflex. He has some helicopters guarding that area. Z9 TY90. They'll definitely keep guard of that. We got some infantry moving up on the right. BRDM3s will probably take care of that without a hitch, or without a problem. Euro probably with Spetsnaz GRU, yep, to guard that place. That BTR is down. said BTR. Oh, actually, it does survive 3 units. Those are just militias, basically to just check where the enemy is, I guess. But we also have some units moving up to this hill here, and that is actually a good move by Fadeaway. A lot of people forget to guard this orangey road, which is just a highway to the enemy's base. Alright, and usually people leave this completely open. And I've done like countless matches where I just flanked around Echo and just moved into Charlie and just sieged Echo pretty much and just kept hammering at it with Artie until they ended. Alright, we got some infantry coming up on the left by George S. Patton, HQ7 guarding that area. We also got a ZTQ tank. Really nice recon tank, 60 points but really good stats. And we've got some ZTZ 85 3s, which are really, really good tanks. 145 points, but damn good cannons and armor actually. Just a really good overall tank. Now this could be really interesting in that forest there. B5 coming up. Wondering where he's gonna drop. I don't think he's gonna drop at all. Actually, he did. He's probably not gonna kill anything at all. Maybe stun or panic something. Actually, the GRU did quite a lot of damage. It was not completely wasted. WZ 551's hammering down on that Spetsnaz. That's just gonna get wrecked. BTR 90 might be the only issue, but if they get close to any of these units with their RPGs, they can just take them down without a problem. Only the militia here might be an issue, or I might not be able to with their training. Ooh, BTR 90 hammering away at that. Oh wow, he actually managed to hit it. I'll be damned. ZTZs are moving back as soon as they saw those AT gems from the BMP3s. Wow, that is actually doing a lot of damage. 21, actually no, hold on. What is that? 21, yeah, 21 AP on those Archon missiles. Really fast AT gems, by the way, and an insanely good range. 2,800 meters, so. Alright, so in the middle, we have Creative or Cognitive Dissonance moving up with his tanks and giant SU-122 army. Actually, he only has 1 or 2 of them. Just a lot of heavy tanks here, B1s, BUs, and they're right on the edge as well. So as soon as he moves or sees a plane, he can just back off, back down from here and get in cover and get out of line of sight. So really nice micro by him. WZ 551 is guarding that Monostrelki. That's going to probably kill that WZ. BTR 90 is unloading on the Sapper Z. That's going to be enough to take this area over. Those Jalos might be an issue though. Here we got some Legion getting completely destroyed by BTR 90s and BMP1Ds. That does not look good for that Legion unit. BTR 80 is drawing these guys in. I think that's actually meant to do that because BTR 90s from the flanks will just take them down. The tank might be able to do some damage as soon as that Monostrelki is dead. That's the only way it can survive. Those guys have really good RPGs. 24 AP. 2 shots or 3 shots on the front and he's dead. So he has to be really careful. There you go. He does the right thing and falls back. Killing that BTR, and the Monostrelki and the BTR 80 are going to be destroyed quickly. PD taking down a bomber, but the PD itself being taken down by the HQs. Really good switch. So in the middle, Creative Dissonance or Cognitive Dissonance is still pushing up. We got some VDVs just hammering away, skirmishing with the Spetsnaz GRU in this place. BTRD just waiting with that quad PKT so we can just hammer down. We got a tank on the hill, guarding for anything that moves up. BTR 90 still covering this forest. I think he lost the majority of his infantry that he pulled into that forest, which might be an issue later on. Monostrelki here still getting wrecked by that tank and the militia. Right side, not much happening. So most of the battling happens in the middle and on the far left. ZTZ getting hammered by the Archon missiles. They're down to 2 of those. Alright, well, ZTQ is taking them down though. Oh, this could not be good. Okay, I thought it was a different unit there for a second. The side shot RPG would have been disastrous. But damn, the militia are holding up against these guys. That is unbelievable. We got a cluster strike coming up into the corner of this forest. And a lot of people just put their commands in the first available bush. Now, if he put it up here, he would be okay. But, you know, people just always put it in the first bush. Like Juliet, always in the first bush. Lima, in the first bush. Except for Hotel, where you can just put it in the town. But you get the idea. Here, Foxtrot, first bush. Charlie, first bush. Bravo, everywhere. So it is really easy to just snipe commands with RD and then be called a hacker. Mi-4A's coming up. Bomber getting taken down. I think that was a MiG-27 actually. Kind of did not see, but taken down by a Tunguska M, which is slowly or quickly being moved back and microed by turning off the gun. BMP3s, killing a BTR-60 that is loaded with infantry. That BMP3 is proving to be really good bang for your buck right there. So far, Steel Balalaika is gaining. They got 58 points, 58 conquest points, just because they have Gulf. And they are contesting here in Mike, trying to neutralize that. Probably a command going up soon enough. They got Echo, but there's not much in Echo. There's only like some tank shush house. This VDV alone would have been able to clear this out if he just smoked up. But we got some skirmishes happening here as well. That ZTQ tank might be an issue. Unless he gets face shot by the GRU there with an RPG, that's probably going to die really quick. BTR-60 being used to draw these BMPs out in the open. ZTQ will hopefully kill one of those. Ooh, that's a good side shot on that. Beautiful use of that recon tank. UBE are still kicking ass. VDV-90 are moving up. I think the tank got killed, or might have gotten killed. I think that he had two. Now we got a Lujandu Yukyondai attack. Doing a really good job with those amazing RPGs there. 21 AP, 20 rounds per minute. 23 AP and 10 rounds per minute. So perfect combination here. Together with the autocannon vehicle. That is a really, really nice gameplay there. Also Lijian moving up. So the tank got killed over there. Still a huge attack in the middle. We got some more Skyapeotas, VDBs, and BTRDs moving up. Guarded or covered by tanks. We get some more tanks in the back. Mi-4A's gonna move up, try to stun some stuff with those rockets. VDV-90 moving up on the hill. We got a lot of OSAs over there, 3 OSAs that is just guarding the entire place in terms of AA. And then we got some more. We got the BU moving up that's gonna just wreck everything in this open area. These guard units are being caught off guard in the open, so they're gonna have to unload, which is going to be disastrous for them, I think. But the main clump of enemies are in that town and in the forest. And hopefully the BU can make some light work of this. We got a lot of BDBs out in the open. More Skyapeotas just hammering away. This is proven to be a really intense battle, that's for sure. Hope you guys can hear me right, by the way. I'm trying a new recording software. Spetsnaz, GRU moving up. Lijian are just going to get smashed by those, I think. Yep, those are the basic... Shit. Those were the basic Lijians, but holy crap, they're strong. So, Cognitive Dissonance is doing one hell of a job. MiG-25 PD stunning the MiG-27, making sure that that BU survives. Really good micro. Although he did lose that PD, he did manage to kill that MiG-27, so good job. Is that BU still alive? Yes, it is. Moving back into the forest, we got a Tunguska M coming up to guard the area. We got BTRs moving up in the flank to make sure that the enemy reviews himself, together with VDV-90s to take those tanks down here. SU-122 on the left side, that is going to be a good asset because this thing is basically a glass cannon. It does good against anything it catches off guard, like this ZTQ. If he manages to get in the flank, he would be able to take him down. But that guy has good optics, so he just managed to see him before that SU did. Eurol's moving up with Spetsnaz GRU. Hopefully that can get into this town, but there's quite a few Afghansis now in the way. So that might be an issue for those guys in the forest. More Skyapeotas unloading right on time before the VDV-90 actually hit them with the RPG, but didn't. BTR-90 is gonna guard this place, probably just wait over here. Actually, it's just attacking head on. Wow. Did not think those guys would actually be taken out that easily. So beautiful, beautiful push by Cognitive Dissonance here. Really nice job. Spetsnaz GRU moving up. Afghansis against BTR-90s. I'm not quite sure. BTR-90 might be able to take 1 or 2 of them down. That Afghansi is just gonna wreck the face. We got 2 SU-24Ms coming up, bombing the shit out of that town. Excuse me for my French there. Afghansi's actually wrecking that BTR-90. No chance at all for that guy. Where is that BU? BU's in the forest, moving up together with a lot of more Skyapeotas, Spetsnaz, and the BTR-90s. And we got some more Skyapeotas and VDVs moving up behind to kind of block off this area, where there's also a Buratino getting ready to fire. So, With Golf neutralized, they have neutralized the point income. So now it is time for CCD to push back. J7 coming up with his 1-ton bomb. That's going to kill all of the AA in this place. I think he actually... Nope, he got killed, but he actually killed a... what was it? Tunguska? Yeah, Tunguska. I think that's a Tunguska M there, by the way. But the Osas are badly damaged there. There's a ZSD moving up to kill that. B5 coming up to drop his 3-ton payload over here. That's gonna probably do a lot of damage to that BU. But he will be facing it with his side armor. It was actually out of range. It would have done a lot of damage, but luckily he was out of range. PTZ-89, one of my favorite tank destroyers, by the way. 21 AP on that cannon. 65 points. Kind of pricey, but this thing just looks pretty, doesn't it? Look at that. The Chinese know their stuff. They really do. So, only Spetsnaz GRUs left in this place. The guard, BTR-90's moving up, BTR-D's moving up, ZSLs. Loaded with infantry also moving up, which are going to unload in about 3 seconds here, I think. Or they're going to move into the fire. That's also an option. Whatever whatever floats your boat. So one squad of BTR or Spetsnaz GRUs dead. Spetsnaz GRU out in the open together with BTRs and BTR-Ds are just stunning the crap out of these guys. SU-24 bomber is just going to wreck that. And the command. And that is Golf taken over. Beautiful work by Cognitive Dissonance there. Now, you gotta keep that momentum up and attack something else, like Foxtrot or maybe even Echo or something. Yep, there you go. MD500 spots that command, which is going to make these guys move over, as I hope they would. They're doing a good job there. Genpatton helping from the flank with the recon. He has done a good job here of clearing Mike as well, so really, really beautiful job there. We got some Spetsnaz GRUs moving up. We got a lot of infantry moving up to block off this main road, which they are actually using to reinforce the area, so that's a good move there. A lot of militia to basically hold that that line. Alright, so now it is kind of time to reconsolidate, rearm, and then push up. BU is gonna have a nice time over here. That is just a beautiful looking tank. Look at that beauty. Ain't that pretty? Alright, let's continue. We got a lot of infantry fighting in the forest here. Motorshvelki 90s are hammering away at the VDB 90 over here. They're quickly getting taken care of though by a huge amount of infantry in this area. Legion 90 even moving up to make sure that those die. Those could make short work of these Spetsnaz GRU if they actually spot them. There's more Spetsnaz GRU actually moving up towards that. We got a cluster attack coming up on that BU by the Smirch from Saraga from Steel Balalaika's team. J7 coming up to try to kill that command. Let's see how that does. I think that's gonna not kill that. Actually, it did. Wow. That neutralizes Foxtrot and puts CCD at an advantage of +3. And they are gaining up really, really fast. MiG-27M coming up to kill that BU, which is now quickly moving back. This might be a little bit too late to micro that though. Oh my god, it actually missed. Oh, he must be pissed now. Sorry, Oceans. Man, that really sucked. Even when you have like 70% accuracy, it's like -70 when you use it. It's definitely true. Now we got the perfect infantry killers, the T80s with their 4 HE. I think most of these tanks actually have 4 HE, yeah. But the T80s are just really cheap. They're just perfect against killing those guys. Only difference between the T80 and the B1, I think, is... Okay, the cannon is a little bit more accurate. Yeah, the cannon is just a little bit better, and the front armor is a lot better, 2 more points. And that only for 20 points difference, so really nice combo to use T80s and B1s. Another J7 coming up to kill that Osa, I think. Which is probably going to get killed, maybe? Oops. It did not get killed, wow. That was lucky. But the forest here is slipping. There is a lot of blue over here, a lot of red over here, so this might be contested here at Golf. But Foxtrot is still neutralized, which puts CCD at a lead of about 45 at the moment. And they are doing a really good job. They are actually pushing up on the right side. Fadeaway is doing his best to secure the force on the right so we can pincer move over here as well. At least I think that's what he's doing. BMP-1Ds trying to move over. Ooh, VDVs and Wargame Feotas making short work of those vehicles. Although once the BMP-1D opens up with those grenades, it's pretty much game over there. That's just gonna stun all of your shit. B1 moving up. That's gonna kill that BMP-1D, and the rest of the infantry will be able to clean up over here. UBE still making sure that everything here gets slowed down. Those are just militia, by the way. 5 points, which keeps this 70-point BMP busy, prohibiting him from moving up. We got a T90S here that's going to guard this entire area. He quickly moves back because of all of the enemies in this area. Another Smirch is going to open up from Oceans. Not sure where that's going, but probably into this forest or on the right side. Speaking of the right side, we got a lot of red this time. They are pushing back on the right. They are trying their best. Steel Balalaika is definitely not a quitter. We got a J8-7 and a SU-24M coming up. J8-7 dropping on the B1. B1 quickly falling back. Not sure if he actually survives. SU-24M is bombing nothing at the moment. And they actually managed to kill, I think, both of those planes. So really, a really good win for CCD over here. The CCD SU-24 coming up now to kill those motor Shelgies, and that is a perfect hit. Although they did kill a few of their VDV-19 though. I would recommend moving those back and rearming those. So one-on-one. Who's gonna win? Who gonna win? This is the most intense part of the battle. It looks like CCD's guy won while he was running. Oh, that is funny. We got another bomb coming up, dropping on a VDV. Actually, right behind the VDV. Still killing them, though. I think that was from a J8-7 again. We now got a Buratino opening up. It's all clumped up here together with Osas and Euros. This is a little bit risky there to fire from all of your AA. BMPT is moving up towards the right. T90 quickly getting in action. It's probably going to make them spawn in like 4 AT gem planes. BMPT down. Beautiful. Osas now moving up towards the coast, or towards the edge of that forest. ZTQ hammering away at the T90S, who is actually really damaged. Holy crap. Might have been the Mi-25 that got side-shot with 80 gems or something like that. Buratino doing a nasty job of killing a lot of stuff over here. That did not really look good. CCD is still leading with more than 100 and... actually not more than 100, but almost 140 points. T80 is gonna make sure to work with the Spetsnaz GRU as soon as it opens up with that cannon. There you go, killing 3 guys in one shot. These Spetsnaz might be an issue though. Actually, if this Morskaya or this BTR-90 flanks these Spetsnaz as soon as they get in action with the Morskaya, then they might actually be able to kill it. Oh, BTR, come on. There you go. Opening up with those grenades is just an instant kill. So really good micro there. Commands being spawned in to take over Foxtrot, which CCD killed again, so they are gaining with +3 once again. PD is being drawn in towards the SU-24 seed. B5 is also trying to draw them in, which is a perfect food or perfect prey for these Strelas, which are actually doing a really good job this game. They are all on elite at the moment because of all their kills. So really good job. We got a ZTZ-85. Actually, I saw an AT gem or something fly. Could be the K-52 here, actually, that killed something. With its seed missiles. Yep, it did. 1 missile left. ZSL being used to scout out ahead. VDV-90 is together with Spetsnaz GRU clearing this forest. And they will be supported by the T90S, which is still not really rearmed over here. But I don't think he really cares, since they are already almost winning. But it would have been good to rearm that guy, which he actually notices, and he's moving back right now. Another plane being shot down. I don't know whose plane that was. I think that was from the from CCD's team. Oh, perfect pincer move on the Yukon dies over here. Lujan News and Li Zhans together in the forest. Together with Spetsnaz GRU is just an instant death. Look at that. That is really good. Nice. Really good job. T90S being repaired. I would recommend putting these guys on a spare part so the repair is a little bit faster. Now it's just gonna like rearm it, refuel it and repair it at the same time, which will take a little while. Another BTR 70k moving up to Fox to try to take that over. 3 points per, what is it, like 5 seconds being gained by CCD. They are already leading with 240 points at the moment. So I don't think Steel Balalaika makes a chance in this game here. T90S just being moved up, since there's a huge convoy of Red 4 units moving up right now. I shouldn't say Red 4, Red Team, because it's kind of mixed. You can just play with whatever deck you have. T90 is doing a really good job of just killing those APCs, making sure that these guys cannot move too much. And he's moving back to be repaired a little bit more. So at the moment, we got a major push from Genpatton and Cognitive Dissonance on the left side. Some ZTZ 85s. It's just gonna be beautiful to witness here. Oh, that's a really nice sight. Look at that. Making screenshots left and right. I need to zoom in more. Now, if Fusion makes a new Wargame, they need to add direct control to these units. How epic would that be? Like, kind of like Men of War. And kind of make these... I don't know, make it like Modern Era or something like that. And open it up to the workshop. Like, holy shit. If this game opened up to the workshop, where people could make their own maps and stuff, T90 Dead, and model their units, basically what you can do in Arma 3, this game would never die. This game would only keep growing and growing. Enough about that. SU-24M coming up to drop the final bombs on this forest, which is going to do a huge amount of damage. Look at that. A lot of infantry just being wrecked. B1s still hammering away at the BUs and the ZTZs. I think he lost one of those ZTZs. But BU is coming in to help out. Firing an AT gem at the HQ, actually missing, which also happens to me a lot of times. I just keep missing with that as well. PTZ 89 from the front. Not a match for the BU, but from the side it would probably one-shot or even two-shot it. But now it will just quickly get smashed by that BU. Right side, nothing happened the entire game. Blue or red did not make any use of the right flank. Like, a major push with infantry here would have just opened up this entire flank. And basically pushed them back to like this road here. But no one really made use of that. But for blue, they don't really have to. But for red, it would have been a critical change. BU, hopefully he's backing out. He is. He was not just driving back, but reversing. So that's a good move there. VDVs and Spetsnaz GRUs together with Luciandus, Morsky Fehotas, moving up into the forest. Motorspelliky 90s are going to get smashed. And I think the game will end in about 1 minute and 27 seconds. So yeah, that is round 1. Quite a good round, I gotta say. CCD made a major push. And it's still actually pushing with HQs on the left and KAs on tanks. Really good combination there. Buratino opening up on this force with all of these infantry units. That just looks horrible. Must suck to be these guys here. Blue now owns 90% of the conquest points needed to win. Red 4 is... or not Red 4, but Red Team is just contemplating on life at the moment. But they both did a really good job there. I think Red did good with their initial assault, but they kind of lack in their defensive skills, where Red 4 just took it slow. They just moved up an inch by inch, tree by tree, building block by building block, and just slowly moved up with a combined assault. Like in this section alone, in this force alone, there's absolutely everything. Tanks, infantry, recon, AA, APC, supplies, you name it. There's absolutely everything. And that's how you should push. Well, that was it. That was one hell of a game. A total victory for CCD over here. And I could not find the other two games anywhere. So we're just going to have to do it this way. They won. They won 3 out of 3 games. So I'm just going to skip straight to the point. They basically run in round 1 and ANZ run in group 1 round 1. So ANZ versus creating cognitive dissonance is going to happen in the next 3 battles that I'm going to post. And after that, I will go over to Red versus Eurasia, and then Warmongers versus Refugees, and do the round 2 out of the winners that will emerge. Those that will emerge from round 1. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down in the comment section, and I will see you in the next one.